What's up, everyone? Welcome back to NieR Automata. So we're starting off this week with something a little different from most of the previous episodes, which is today we're going to launch into uh, the lore of the game. Essentially, I just don't want to get too carried away with the story, which is not in the sense of not wanting to get through it because I absolutely love it, but purely in the sense of I sense that we are very, very close to the end of our first run of the game, and so it'd be nice to, just get the lore out of the way, done and dusted, before we get too deeply into the final climax, so we don't have to interrupt that. And also, when we do our second run, we don't have to go digging through too much stuff from the previous run. So without further ado, let's get this started. Obviously, this is a little bit of a different episode. If you're not into the lore and stuff, it's fine. I'm not going to be doing any gameplay in this one. We're just going to do lore for this episode, and I will see you guys on Friday if you want to actually see more gameplay, when hopefully we actually get right into the action of saving the resistance camp. So let's go into this and have a look at what we have not read before. So this is the archives. 11B's escape plan. It says we haven't read this. This is in red. I'm pretty sure we read this. Yeah, we've definitely read this. This is when we... Did we? No, I don't think we did. All right, okay, we'll just go through this. 11B's escape plan. Elapsed time 2 minutes 13 seconds. Reactivation complete. A check of my body reveals various failures. Communication functions have been destroyed. I cannot contact my team or the bunker. I leave a draft of this message here as a log. Now, if I remember correctly, this was in the abandoned factory. Elapsed time 10 minutes. I verify the plan once more. Using my supposed destruction in the sortie as a disguise. I assume sortie is like the body for an android. I sever all communication. I then pass beneath the abandoned factory and escape. Further analysis reveals that I took anti-air fire while in the flight unit, resulting in damage to my body. No matter, it can be repaired. 15 minutes in. I'm cold. My sensory system seemed to be failing. Oh, tough reading this. Elapsed time 33 minutes. A noise has started to cloud my vision. Virus warnings appear frequently. It is unclear whether I am infected or if the system is in error. Just a few seconds later, repairs are proceeding poorly, perhaps because I am flustered. Pursuers will come if I don't move soon. Was I wrong to attempt escape? And then another 10 seconds later, I'm scared. I want to go back to the bunker, but I can't restore communications. 38 minutes. This can't continue. I can't stay here. I have to run. YoRHa squadron was wrong. I have to find some way safer. I'm scared. I'm so scared. And then 45 minutes in, painful. It hurts. Help. Why stop? Who am I? Wrong, wrong, wrong. I need to run. So if I remember correctly, 11B was one of the androids that came with us to the abandoned factory at the beginning of the game, and essentially died there, and we went to recover the equivalent of a black box, whatever the equivalent was. And we brought this back to an android on the space station. But that was it. Now, this is a 1% complete. So, presumably that means there's other archives out there and we need to find them. And we are at level 28, which is pretty far into this. I don't know where we'll find more stuff for the archives. So, I don't know if that's like from later playthroughs. I guess we'll find out. All right, we got some new standard machines to look at. We got small biped. A small machine life form with limbs similar to those of a human. Its less than sizable build makes it well suited to swift attacks. Occasionally, machine life forms can be found carrying torches in dark places. As machines are thought to be capable of seeing in the dark, it's assumed that they have some other reason for this behavior. They tend to use their own vital fluids as fuel for the torches, though the meaning of this, if there is one, is also unknown. I had wondered about that, why they needed torches, but I thought it was maybe just like an artistic choice. But I guess we got a clear answer here. Medium quadruped. This is the thing that looks like the... Oh, never mind. I don't recognize this. This is like a weird dog thing. I don't know how to describe this. This is really weird. At least it don't got a head and a butt like the other robots we've seen. But this guy's got like a handle above his head and below his body. Interesting. A four-legged medium sized machine life form that resembles an animal, occasionally seen with smaller units riding on its back. Ah, that's why the handle's there. This unit attacks using the great mobility afforded by its legs. The tips of its limbs are equipped with wire cutters that can be used in combat, while the tail segment is actually a collapsible claw-like arm. Have we seen this guy? We must have encountered him somewhere to see this. This variant resembles a human when upright. Its slim body allows it to attack with unusual swiftness. Interesting. And we got a multi-leg medium model. This is like the spider creature. Oh, I forgot that you could do that. And you can get like all the animations. Cool. You can change its equipment to like different weapons. Interesting. I only got a gun and claws. Right. This is the spider-like thing that we fought a few times. A medium-sized machine life form that has multiple legs, much like an insect. By emitting energy from the tips of its legs, which I can't get down underneath, it can move about as though gliding across the ground. Right, I've seen it like almost flying at one point. There exist long-range types equipped with firearms and close-range types equipped with cutting arms. We saw that, yes. This reminds me of that creature from Star Wars, the Clone Wars. Particularly the movie Attack of the Clones, but I guess it was also in the TV show. You know, the thing that like tries to kill Anakin? No. Yes, the one that tries to kill Anakin. I get confused. But it was in the arena fight, that one. And then this is the Goliath biped, which is very similar to what we've seen before in the Resistance camp. But now it's got hands, I think. I swear we've seen this thing before. But maybe I just didn't read the description on it. This humanoid Goliath-class machine life form is actually a colony of smaller machines that uses the combined energy to move one massive body. Right. The expandable slide rail arms punish all who draw close, while the liquid fuel rocket engine on its back grants short-lived flight abilities. It also boasts powerful projectile weapons, and the transport apparatuses of the linked machines that comprise it, making it a dangerous foe with no apparent weakness. This model has enhanced leg power and a body that's flipped upside down. Unlike the standard model, it is quite agile. The rocket engine on its back is used when attacking from the air, propelling diving kicks toward the ground. And then we got the reverse jointed one, which looks like a chicken. I remember seeing this one and being really confused. This Goliath-class machine life form is a vivid reminder of the dinosaurs of antiquity. No, it's a reminder of chickens, if you ask me. I know that they're descended from dinosaurs, but still. The artillery built into its arms allows it to attack with a variety of projectiles. I keep going back by mistake. And I think we've seen all the rest of these. Have we? It's treating it like I've read all of them. I swear I haven't. We've seen all those flyers. I don't remember the exploder. I know we fought that in the abandoned factory, but apparently we've read this. And maybe it's just because there's like, yeah, there's different variants of it, and maybe we've seen like one of the variants from Pascale's village or something. This one we have definitely not read. This combination of multiple spherical machines is sometimes transported into combat by its comrades. Its many variations are a result of its unusual construction, which emphasizes flexibility above all else. Right, and we can actually change equipment on this. That's interesting. Oh, it can turn into a drill and other things. And one with spikes around it. That's just mean. And one that's just spikes. Interesting. Right, so these are all of these standard machines. And we got the desert machines. There doesn't seem to be anything new here. But that's fair. We have not been to the desert in a long time, so I'm not surprised. And then amusement park machines, also nothing new there. Forest Kingdom, though. Machined life forms from the Forest Kingdom are like soldiers from humanity's Middle Ages. These units wear armor and maintain discipline in battle, meaning caution must be exercised when confronting them in groups. Cut off from the network, they're extremely exclusionary towards other machine life forms. We got small, stubby. Units bear similarity to the spring-powered toys created by humans in the past for the sake of increased productivity. Yeah, we've definitely read this. Small biped. Tip of its spear is made of painstakingly refined metals and can pierce even an android's armor. Medium biped. Medium-sized machine life form possesses large human-like limbs. These arms give it tremendous versatility in battle as it can equip a great many weapons. This guy does look fierce, to be honest. And then medium quadruped. Yeah, Yes. I don't think there's much that's new about these descriptions. This guy just looks very fierce. All right, so that's Forest Kingdom. The good thing is that because there's a lot of similarity between the different ones, like if you've read them all, then it gets quite similar after a while. So you can just scan and like see what's slightly different, which saves time. Factory machines, machine life forms that formed a colony at the abandoned factory where they don strange garments and engage in arcane quasi-religious ceremonies. This behavior sort of started when they were cut off from the network. Right. Wow. We got all these little ones that we remember. I remember these guys being so terrified of her being killed by the other ones. Yeah, but I do like their outfits. I'm not gonna lie, those colors are pretty cool. It's like a nice little purple. I love it. And then village machines, machine life forms that are part of the colony of Pascale's village. Despite their machine origins, they despise conflict in all forms and willingly cut themselves off from the network as a result. They now live a peaceful existence deep in the forest along with other machines who share their pacifistic beliefs. Yeah. These guys are... They are allies, but they really haven't done much for us aside from Pascale. But even Pascale, like... How did Pascale really help us? He just like came along for the ride and then backed out whenever there was a combat situation. Very pacifistic to the point that they don't help. Jean-Paul, a machine life form who lived in Pascale's village and was preoccupied with philosophy. Followers across the land regularly tried to win his favor with gifts, but he regarded such efforts with disdain. He eventually departed on a journey to learn the truth of the world, but was never heard from again. Ominous. And then Pascale, a pacifist machine life form that despises conflict and strives endlessly for peace with humanity. This unit possesses incredible intelligence, as well as a deep interest in the history of both humans and machines. I do wonder if Pascale is only red because it's of a different animation now. Some of these we definitely haven't read, like this one. A machine life form that plays the role of father, although he leaves the job of caring for his children entirely up to the mother. And then machine life form that plays the role of mother. She reached out to be an Inez after a fight with her child caused him to run away, a story which serves as proof that familial bonds exist among machines. She's got eyelashes underneath her eyes, which is interesting. Coolant leaked from the mother's eyes when a missing child finally returned home. In other words, she cried. Despite the lack of network access causing disagreements among her family, she still spoke happily of the incredible joy to be found in understanding. Child machine, so cute. A child machine life form that fled home after a fight with its mother. Everything looks so HD in the menu, I swear. I don't remember it looking this good in-game. Big sister we've seen. Little sister we've seen. Scientist machine. This self-proclaimed genius sought inventors for a once-in-a-lifetime invention. A rocket which landed on Mars instead of the moon. Despite the project ending in failure, it also served to solidify his standing as a unique intellect. Well, there we go. He still hasn't delivered. We got one little last bit of money to give him, I think. Before we actually finish that quest, I think. Enhanced machines. Machine life forms covered in red and black paint. While they resemble standard machines aside from the color scheme, their internal specs are actually above average. So it's the same, yeah, it's like, it just has the description from the group. So I wonder, where did we encounter those? Interesting. Special unit machines. We've read that one. And that one. Adam, final battle. This unit has achieved an unusual level of evolution among machine life forms as it possesses a strong resemblance to androids. Born naked from a cocoon of machine life forms, its movement was initially quite clumsy. It grew rapidly, however, and promptly began learning new methods of attack. Adam was again encountered inside the alien mothership. Strangely enough, he spent part of that flight lecturing his foes about how the machines met their end, how the aliens met their end at the hands of the machines. Deeply fascinated with mankind, he seeks to dissect the surviving humans on the moon. Creepy. Adam also appeared in the copied city. His fascination with humanity led him to create the copied city in an attempt to imitate them. I swear there's something wrong with that sentence. He then separated himself from the network and put his life on the line against 2B in an attempt to better understand the concepts of life and death. While he eventually gained the knowledge he sought, the price was his own life. You know, that's the thing. If you put yourself in a position where dying is permanent, yeah, and then you die, well, you haven't learned anything from that. So, not the greatest idea. Has he got different, like, versions that we can see. Oh, okay. I didn't want to see that. Thank you. This is good enough. I actually like that outfit. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty suave. And we got Eve, battle in the alien ship. This unit has achieved blah, 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 blah. Same thing as the last time. Eve was again encountered in... Oh, no. It first appeared after splitting off from another machine. Eve was again encountered in the alien mothership. He has the ability to regenerate no matter how many times he's killed and adores the unit known as Adam, who he thinks of as an older brother. We got the Goliath tank. We've read that. And... this opera singer thing. It's been a while since I've thought of her. Goliath Flyer. This was what we had to take down when we lost 9S. A flying Goliath class machine lifeform with a tank-like machine attached to its bottom section. Well, we can't really see that. During combat, the center portion functions as a hangar that can release numerous small flying machines, while the main body is capable of firing large quantities of energy rounds. And this thing, don't know how to read that. Machine lifeform of extreme size that was developed specifically to annihilate androids. However, due to its tendency to also attack its fellow machines, it was eventually discarded into the sea. The part that was initially thought to be its entire body turned out to be merely its head, causing this colossus to reach over 1,000 meters into the sky when standing. Seemingly invincible due to powerful EMP defenses and thick armor, the unit was eventually destroyed when 9S directed missiles straight into its mouth. This guy was... Oh, now we got him non-dying. What, that's him dying and that's him not dying? Yeah, I'm so glad we defeated that guy because that could have done some like serious damage. Perhaps that is what's going on at the resistance camp. What is this? Oh, this is the king of the forest. This machine lifeform, small machine lifeform known as the Forest King, was destroyed following the sudden appearance of the android A2, who we still know nothing about. This machine lifeform, who formed a colony in the abandoned factory, worshipped this... the machine lifeforms who formed a colony in the abandoned factory worshipped this particular unit as their founder. He has since ceased to function, which his followers take as proof that he became a god. No comment. And then this thing. From the abandoned factory. We've been finding a lot of Goliaths lately. Our Goliath, I guess, is just like a boss. Is that what it's saying? A multi-legged Goliath-class machine, lifeform, equipped with 2 massive blades. By emitting energy from the tips of its legs, it can move about as though gliding across the ground. We've seen that. The unit's sides serve as weapon racks. Yes, I see that. That can launch missiles and other projectiles, while additional plating attached to its legs reinforces its weak armor. When the situation demands it, the unit can purge this plating and transform into a spherical form, capable of spin attacks. He's a transformer, basically. Alright, so we've read all of that. Let's have a look at the androids section. We got androids, we got 3 sections left. Androids, peculiar machines, and amical machines. So androids, we got A2. So this is an android, not a machine. Actually, yes, I knew that. I don't know why I didn't remember that. But she was rogue, according to YoRHa, and YoRHa wanted us to kill her, engage in combat with her. And I remember feeling really dodgy about it. I suspect she knows something we don't. So let's learn about this. The A model is a YoRHa prototype that specializes in close-quarter combat. Though not presently in use, it was originally created to speed along the implementation of other official models, such as 2B and 9S. So she's a prototype and was discarded. This particular unit, whose official title is Class A number 2, was wanted by command for desertion and ordered to be destroyed on sight. She first appeared in the Forest Castle, where she slew the Forest King. 2B and 9S engaged her in combat, but she managed to escape. We are definitely going to learn more about her, I am sure of that. Actually, does she have, like, alternative models? She doesn't. Oof, look at that. This is why I love androids. The combat just always looks so good. Alright, let's check out peculiar machines. Blood-drenched machine. Machine drenched in blood. Filled with resentment over the destruction of its comrades at the hands of the resistance, now seeks revenge against all androids. Zombie clown. This machine lifeform, which resembles a clown, has assimilated... Oh! We fought this in the amusement park when you went underground. Has assimilated stamps into its body. It lures victims with offers of play before spewing an unknown liquid from its mouth that is toxic enough to melt the skin of androids. Upon defeat, it offers thanks for playing with it. And then we got the Amical Machines. Machine of the Dream. Oh, I love that bouncy hair. This brightly decorated Jean Paul fan from the amusement park regards the philosopher as cool and mysterious. She considers another of Jean Paul's fans, living in the desert, to be her mortal enemy. She presented Jean Paul with a gift of beautiful glass, only to have him rejected as a useless trinket, a response that inexplicably made her happy. I do remember how strange that was. And the machine in love, this Jean Paul fan from the desert who wears clothing that reflects her view of the world. I don't know how that reflects her view of the world, but okay. Regards the philosopher as a passionate and inquiring mind. She also possesses a keen sense of smell, going so far as to sniff out the fact that 2B and NieR came from Pascale's village. She presented Jean Paul with a machine fossil, only to have him reject it as a trash, a response that inexplicably made her happy. Bizarre, right? And the machine with makeup, this Jean Paul fan from Pascale's village, whose face is covered with a heavy coat of paint, regards the philosopher as someone who knows everything. She claims to be a female machine model. Claims? What are you saying? Is gender identity a thing? Serving as proof that gender exists among their kind. After writing a letter to Jean Paul, she was told he had no desire to reply. A response that inexplicably made her happy. Again. And then Romeo, one of the machine life forms known as Romeo. After spewing a non-stop diatribe of abuse, he suddenly descended into a murderous rampage. Juliet the same. After spewing a non-stop blah, blah, blah. She managed to survive the bloodbath that took the lives of her fellow Romeos and Juliets, but killed herself soon thereafter due to grief over the loss of her beloved. I wonder if that plays out differently every time you play the game. You're really curious. Father Servo, my man! I haven't seen you in so long, dude. A machine life form that wears a white belt and pursues the warrior's path. After suffering defeat at the hands of 2B and NieR during training, he shamelessly began to pester them for payment. Despite being equipped with a brown belt and being powered up with new parts, Father Servo was defeated once more. Seeking sympathy, he then solicited 2B and NieR for yet more parts. But the thing is, he's level 45 now. So we need to level up quite a bit if we're going to fight him. Animal Loving Machine. A machine life form that appeared riding atop a boar. It mistakenly attacked 2B and NieR under the impression they were harming local animals, but reached reconciliation. Wouldn't it be reached conciliation because we were never reconciled in the first place? After the misunderstanding was cleared up. Caring for weak and injured animals in a corner of the forest castle, this animal-loving unit has an extremely kind heart. I wonder if we'll see that one again. For now, I don't think there's anything here under tutorials. Just leaves us with weapon stories, which I think, unless I'm wrong, that is everything. Just triple checking because sometimes there's stuff hiding away in places you don't expect. Let's have a look at all the quests we've cleared. We have cleared the Half-Wit Inventor. Yes. It never reached the moon. It missed and hit Mars instead, much to the inventor's chagrin. Remember that. And 11B was the one who died at the abandoned factory. What are the active quests we got? Trial of Sand. Oh, these are all active. They just haven't updated. Interesting. I wonder why they're still active. It seems like from the description, like we've finished these. Yeah. Still have to do the Trial of Sand in the desert. Camp development. Anemone has asked for help reclaiming the forest, destroy the enemies at the intended campsite. We failed that. Interesting. Is that what it looks like when you fail? Did I just like not do this? Did I forget? Interesting. I thought all the stuff I was skipping was logical. I must have just forgotten about it. Photographs, you also failed this. Okay, so I guess you get another chance to do this on the second run through. Yeah, I think what this is saying is we've hit one of the points of no return because there's only a few quests that are not failed and not completed. So I guess that means we have to... Oh, that was all quests. Never mind. Yes. So the red is the one that have failed, and these are ones we can still do. Okay. So... I guess that means we have to come through on a second playthrough, right? Is basically what that is saying. Yeah. Interesting, because I thought we wouldn't have skipped it by mistake. We seem to have lost these transport points. Just looking at the map, we do still have some side quests, but they are very specific ones. Like the mysterious letter and all these other things. We got something up there that we don't know. And we got Pascale's village that we need to activate the transport for. Otherwise, everything else is good to go. We just got to get back to the resistance camp. So we'll do that next time. We will go first, I think, to check in with Pascale's village. Make sure everyone's fine. And after completing that, we will head over to the resistance camp. I'll see you guys next time on the Automata. When we're back with some actual combat and some actual story and hopefully making more progress and seeing the awesomeness of this game. I'll see you guys then. Bye for now.